As we age, one of the toughest challenges can be when our children no longer show us the respect we deserve. Or worse, start ignoring us. It can feel hurtful and lonely, but before you react with frustration, take a moment. What if there's a better way to handle this situation with grace and wisdom? In this video, we'll explore exactly how to stay calm and take control of your emotions when faced with disrespect from your children, and how to rebuild that important connection. Trust me, it's not as complicated as it may seem. Stay with me until the end for some valuable tips that can transform your relationship. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more life-changing advice. You won't want to miss this. Number 1. Stay calm and reflect. When your children start to act in ways that feel disrespectful or distant, the natural instinct might be to react, perhaps with anger, frustration, or even hurt. But what if I told you that in those moments, the best response is to stay calm and reflect before speaking or acting? This simple yet powerful strategy can change the entire dynamic of the situation. Taking a moment to pause gives you the space to breathe, center yourself, and prevent emotional reactions that can escalate the conflict. Reflect on the situation. Are there external factors influencing their behavior, such as stress or personal struggles? Sometimes their actions may not be personal, but rather a reflection of what they're going through. By reflecting, you also allow yourself to regain perspective, so you're not caught up in a moment of frustration. This calm approach opens the door to thoughtful communication, where you can express your feelings respectfully and with understanding. In moments of tension, remember, taking a step back, reflecting, and staying calm could be the key to restoring the connection with your loved ones and fostering healthier, more respectful relationships. Number 2. Communicate openly. One of the most important skills we can practice in any relationship, especially with our children, is open communication. When your children act distant or disrespectful, the natural temptation is to retreat into silence or lash out in anger. However, open communication is a far more effective and healing approach. When you communicate openly, you're not only expressing your feelings but also creating a space for understanding. Instead of holding on to resentment or assuming the worst, share your emotions calmly and honestly. Let them know how their actions are affecting you without placing blame. For example, saying, "I feel hurt when I don't hear from you," is much more constructive than, "You never care about me." By speaking openly, you invite a dialogue rather than a confrontation. It opens the door to understanding, where both sides can share their experiences and emotions. When your children see that you're coming from a place of vulnerability and care, they're more likely to listen and respond in kind. Remember, open communication is the foundation of any strong relationship. It creates understanding, fosters trust, and can transform even the most strained interactions. Number 3. Seek understanding. When your children begin to act distant or disrespectful, it's easy to feel hurt and frustrated. But what if the key to improving your relationship lies in seeking understanding rather than reacting emotionally? This approach can truly transform your connection and open doors to empathy and healing. Seeking understanding means putting yourself in your children's shoes. Instead of assuming that their behavior is a reflection of a lack of care, pause and ask yourself, what might they be going through? Often, children, no matter their age, are facing their own struggles, whether it's stress from work, personal issues, or even unspoken emotions. When you take the time to consider their perspective, you're able to approach the situation with compassion instead of judgment. Rather than confronting them with accusations, ask gentle, open-ended questions. Show curiosity and allow them to explain their feelings. This not only deepens your emotional bond, but also creates a safe space for them to express themselves honestly. By seeking understanding, you bridge the gap between frustration and connection, fostering a relationship rooted in empathy, respect, and love. Number 4. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries may sound like a tough or even uncomfortable thing to do, but it's actually one of the most empowering and essential tools for maintaining healthy relationships, especially with your children. As we grow older, it's natural to want to feel respected, heard, and valued. When children ignore or disrespect you, it's crucial to assert your needs and create healthy boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. Setting boundaries doesn't mean being harsh or distant. It means clearly communicating what is acceptable and what isn't. For example, calmly letting your children know that you deserve their attention when speaking or that you need respectful communication is key. Boundaries are about teaching others how to treat you with kindness and consideration. When you set boundaries, you're showing self-respect and also modeling healthy relationship skills. It teaches your children the importance of mutual respect, which is essential for any successful relationship. And remember, it's okay to adjust boundaries as needed. They are there to foster understanding and make sure both sides feel valued and cared for. By setting clear, loving boundaries, you pave the way for stronger, more respectful, and fulfilling relationships. Number 5. Focus on self-care. In moments of tension with your children, it's easy to forget about your own well-being. But here's an essential truth. Focusing on self-care is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. When we prioritize our own health and happiness, we become better equipped to handle challenges in relationships with patience, understanding, and grace. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself, it's about nourishing your mind, body, and soul. Whether it's engaging in a hobby you love, taking a quiet walk, practicing mindfulness, or simply resting, these moments of care allow you to recharge. When you're emotionally and physically well, you're more likely to respond to your children's behavior in a calm, measured way, rather than with frustration or anger. By focusing on your own well-being, you send a powerful message to your children that taking care of yourself is important. It also models healthy habits for them to adopt. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Investing in yourself not only strengthens your own resilience, but also nurtures the relationship with those you love. Number 6. Give time and space. In the heat of an argument or when feeling ignored, it's easy to want immediate resolution. But sometimes, the most powerful step you can take is to give time and space, both for yourself and for your children. In those moments of tension, rushing into a conversation or trying to force change can backfire. Allowing time and space provides the breathing room needed for emotions to settle and clarity to emerge. Giving space doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing patience and understanding. When you step back, you create a space for reflection, allowing both sides to process their feelings without the pressure of constant interaction. This time apart can often lead to breakthroughs, where both you and your children come to a deeper understanding of each other's perspectives. This space also promotes emotional healing. By giving each other room, you foster a sense of respect and patience, rather than pushing each other further apart. Trust that in time, the distance will bring you closer. Sometimes, space is the first step toward reconnecting and building a healthier, more resilient relationship. Conclusion. Navigating challenging relationships with your children requires patience, understanding, and self-awareness. By staying calm, communicating openly, and seeking to understand their perspective, you can foster a more respectful and loving bond. Setting boundaries and focusing on your own self-care strengthens your resilience, while giving time and space allows emotions to settle, ultimately paving the way for healing. Remember, relationships take time to grow and evolve, and small, thoughtful actions can make a huge difference. With these strategies, you can create healthier, more meaningful connections, filled with mutual respect, love, and understanding.